Hey, it's Mike. So let's talk about Jira Slack integration today, because in my opinion, it is one of the coolest integration if we're talking about like connect Jira to communicators, because yeah, Slack is a communicator. And I will be using Jira paid version, but it is going to work in free version of Jira and free version of Slack. So before you want to do it, please make sure that you subscribe to Slack. Have your own server, and of course, for free version it will work absolutely fine. And why this is one of my favorite? Because there's a little bit different compared to other. Like for instance, I've been also integrating Jira with Teams, and yeah, it works in some stage. By the way, if you want to know how to do it, let me know. I'll record a separate video about this. But Slack with Jira is both directions, like from Jira to Slack or from Slack to Jira. So it means you can create tickets directly from Slack. Very, 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 very cool feature. Okay, so we're going to do it right now. But before we're going to do it, I've got a very important announcement for you, because I just restarted my weekend workshops. So I offer two types of workshops for Scrum Master managers, PMOs, business analysts, which they want to learn Jira over the weekend. Is 2 sessions, or like 4 sessions actually. And I also start offering again workshops for Jira administrator. So if you want to become a next Jira administrator, you're gonna find a description about the workshops. We're gonna find the informations about the workshops in the description. So just to let you know, it is for Jira Server or Data Center, and also for Jira Cloud, because I can tell you something, there is actually more and more demand, especially for Jira Administrator on-prem, which is the data center right now on the market. And that's why I've created this workshop. So please check the details you're going to find in the description. So now let's get to it. And I'm going to show you how to integrate this in a right way using free app. So this is very, very cool. You don't have to pay anything, even if your Jira is like, a large instance, 1,000, 2,000 users. All right. Whew, that was a speedy intro of this video. Okay, so what we need to do. So we need, or you need to, because I will be doing this again because I've been rehearsing this, just to let you know, you need your own Slack server. And yes, you can have a desktop. Absolutely. This is just for the demonstration. I open my access to it. It's like a client, Slack client in web-based. And yes, please, if you want to repeat that step, do it with me. Why? Because it will detect basically that the session is open, so you don't need to put login name and password. And yes, I have to actually blur most of the information, because this is my production Slack, by the way. And I have my clients. And yes, if you want to become my client and want to join my Slack server, let me know. All right. So step 1 is to navigate to apps. So bear in mind, because I've been doing, as I told you, I've been rehearsing this before. So step 1 is to find a right app. Yes, the right app. Why? Because if you actually go to apps, you're going to see probably it's like something like not hundreds, but probably like 10 or 20 apps for Slack. And I will be using the free version. Why? Because I've already used them for a few years. It's been tested. It actually works very, very well. I am not actually sure why they've got like a not very particularly great rating. Maybe, when they designed that app, it was a little different. All right. So, by the way, you're supposed to have that app somewhere in that recommended, not your apps, but somewhere in the recommended. But if not, hold on, because I'm going to show you the right way how to do it. Right way. Okay. So let's navigate now to explore more apps. And that will bring our, like my, whatever, marketplace. And we need to put the name Slack. And as I told you, there's like a lot of apps, like some Slack integration with probably Notion or whatever, which yes, I am planning actually a video about this. But we need one particular app, which is the official. So it's called Jira Cloud for Slack Official. Long name. Okay, let's click it. So just to make sure it is provided by Atlassian. Yeah, it looks like this. And as I told you, it is actually free. So there's one little catch. So I won't be able to repeat that step exactly how it was from the beginning. You have to trust me on this. Why? Because I've been rehearsing this a few times, believe me or not. And if you do it once and like want to uninstall, it's just not going to happen. It's basically, I don't even believe it's possible to delete that app. Whatever, it works absolutely fine. So click that Get App. It will ask you something a little bit different. And obviously, follow the steps. And next, you should see something what I will show you how to do. Because Slack actually integration is more from the, like, yes, it's accessible from the project. So it's a global, but you can decide which project should have access to Slack. And that is the reason why I highly recommend, if you go back to the tab where I have Slack, to create a separate Slack channel. So it's not going to confuse you, or maybe like me, you've got some production data, and I don't want like my clients to see stuff what is both, especially if it's production. Okay, so now what I will do normally, because it's already actually integrated, you should see something like this when you hit that connect. So of course you need to be Slack administrator. Cool. So that looks good. It is connected to the right server, because maybe like me, you've got a few servers. So I have to say I agree, and I'm gonna go and do hello. Cool. So now it's gonna go back to my workspace, which I'm selecting the Slack workspace server. Yeah. And the channel is like very important. So yes, I have to blur this out because I've got a few channels which use for my clients. But now you should see that I have that Jira / info. Cool. And yes, in a second, we're going to explore filters. But right now, let's connect project. And something interesting going to happen. So now if we go back to our Slack server on the browser client, or it could be, of course, on your standalone client, there will be information that the project Phoenix, whatever, PFN, is connected. Great. So now let's test it. And as I told you, it's actually really, really cool stuff, because it's going to work in both directions. So to do that, again, explore Slack info, go to edit. And now that's the whole beauty of this app. You can decide what is going to happen, like when the information will be sent to Slack. And believe me, this is actually very, very important step. Why? Because especially for some production projects, you could have hundreds, maybe even 1,000 tickets a day. So the question is, if it's like that busy, because I've seen some projects which are like generating up to even 200-300 tickets a day. Of course, if you do it like in a masses and post everything to Slack, it will be a lot of noise. So that's why I do not recommend that. And again, that process probably need to be reviewed. But in my case, it's very simple. So how I want to do it, I want to maybe do it for stories and tasks. Priority doesn't really matter for me. Issues, I want to see created, updated, but also I would like to see when I update or create a comment. Yeah. And again, we can narrow it down. Plus, there is something really, really cool. You can, of course, do it for a GQL, like first, let's say component. Yeah. Component equals whatever backend. Yeah. I'm not going to do it, but you can experiment with that. So in my case, the integration is super simple, and I'm going to hit save changes. Great. So now let's test this. So we go back, go to project, start creating, and this was story, something test 5, because it took me 5 takes before. And of course, I will hit the create button. And as you can actually see, you can actually hear it because it's a system settings that Slack just notify me, okay, the ticket with number 5 has been created. And of course, it provides that information, but just to let you know, that information is not going to be updated when you're doing something with the ticket. It's at the moment. So so now if I'm going to start actually moving this across my workflow, that information is not going to be updated. Yeah. However, what I also decided to add that Slack info integration when I add comments. I'm going to add a comment, hit create. And it should, I believe it should. Oh yeah, there you go. It is sending information that my ticket number 5 has been added a comment. So pretty simple, pretty sweet. The integration is fantastic, but hold on, this is not everything, because as I told you before, it works in a both direction. So now let's create a ticket from Slack. So again, we go to Slack. So we need that extra character, which is the slash. Come on, Jira, do it. All right, so let's do it again. Slash Jira and create. Just simple. And right now, because my Slack is connected, as you can actually clearly see on the screen, it's asking me, all right, so what project is already there? What task, what issue type? Maybe this time on a bag. So I'm going to say my bag test something. Assigning doesn't really matter. As you can see, actually, you can put a lot of informations, but I don't need them. Let's go submit. And now, well, it's actually showing why, because we integrated with only stories and tasks. However, if I'm going to go back, can you see my new bag is there? So yes, I need to a little bit maybe change that. So go to Slack, integration, go to edit, and just say, I also want to see bags, yeah? And oh, by the way, by default, the notification style is selected for truncated, which I actually highly recommend to do that. But yes, of course, you can actually post the whole information. We're not going to do it, save changes. Great. It's not going to happen now because the Slack is already, the ticket is already there, but you can actually see how powerful this integration is and what you can do. It can, in some cases, can help, especially in regards to teams, to like manage projects. And if people are actually spending more time on Slack, they don't have to jump, between Slack, Jira, and they can actually see that notification all the time. However, yes, it could be also a big downside. You can also create a lot of noise, let's say, on a Slack, or generally speaking, inside your communication platform. So just be careful and make sure that you optimize it. So that's going to be it. And as always, please, just don't watch it. Repeat my whole operation. Leave the like, subscribe to my channel, and if you are looking for that workshops, you want to completely change your Jira skills to the next level, if you're Scrum Master or maybe Jira Administrator, check in the description my workshops. Thank you so much, and I believe right there you're gonna find a link to my other videos, and I hope to see you very, very soon in my next videos.